Welcome to part 2 of my video series on how to color this beautiful peacock picture. So on part 1, if you haven't seen it, you can go back and see part 1. But this here now is where we left off. And I think what I'm going to do now, I think we're going to work on here. I was going to do this, but we're going to do this area here of our beautiful picture here. Now I put a piece of paper underneath my work so that I can, maybe even another one, just so that it gives a softer bottom to it. And this is a copy. This one here is actually the original, but the one that I started with was a copy from my book, which you can get the download, and the download for this is going to be below. And you could go to Etsy.com and just search for Lisa Brando Extreme Coloring, and you'll see this download for this picture. But you could practice this technique on any of your peacock pictures. Okay, so let's get started here. So get a little snack, a little drink, and let's get going. This is going to be a lot of fun. So now what we're going to do is let's start off with some cloud blue. Okay, so let's get up on in here. Get up on in here. Okay. Let's get started. So what we're going to do here is the very first thing I want to do is I'm just going to put in just a nice little base, and it doesn't really matter how you put it in. I'm just you know, going around circles, leaving some white. It's fine. This is just a little base. Okay, just a little base, doesn't really matter. Okay, you can barely even see it. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our non-photo blue and very, very lightly, oh, and you need a sharp pencil, so make sure it's sharp. Now just very, very lightly, just start making like little feathers, and you want to make it really light at first, right up in here. Okay, just nice and light, little teeny lines. They're like little baby feathers. Okay. Alright. Now you're going to come up and be a little bit more lighter up here. Now we're going to, you can barely see it, right? I don't even know if you could see it in this video. Okay. Now that you have this base in here, a little bit of feathers. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to start getting, now as you come down here you want to start making it going in the same direction as the legs are going, which are coming down like this, right? Stay in the direction that it's going. Okay. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to start going a little bit darker. So just start taking your pencil here and making it a little bit darker, and you got to take your time. You don't really, there's no hurry. Just think about the way the peacock wants. We want it light on this end and then darker as it starts moving down here. Okay, so I'm just, hopefully you can, I don't know if you can see this. It's hard for me to draw and do this at the same time, but I'll try it. Maybe if I go like this, it'll be better. So I'm just putting in the really nice feathers. Okay. Now okay, keep going. This is going to be lots and lots of layering. But you got to make sure you make it into little lines, like little feathers. You don't want to make dots, because well, I mean you could, but you know, you don't really want to do that. Okay, now we're going to start getting a little bit heavier. Okay, down here as we get close, because we're going to basically shade, but with using these little lines, our little feathers. So just keep thinking that, because what we're trying to do is make a texture. If you want, of course, you could just obviously color it in with one color and then shade in towards here. Like if you don't want to do all this work right here, you could just make this darker in here and then lighter in here and then shade up and shade in here, and you could totally do all that too if you didn't want to go for the extreme gusto. But if that was the case, then you wouldn't be watching my videos, right? Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please, 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 because that's my favorite thing, is to see how many likes I got. As soon as I put up a video, I go, oh, I wonder if I got any likes, and it just motivates me and makes me so happy. And any little comment, anything, it just makes me feel really good, like I'm coloring with you, you know, and we're participating together. I'm going to do some live Facebook stuff eventually, as soon as I get enough people to watch. Okay, so now let's just see how I'm just getting a little bit darker now. You can make the lines a little bit longer if you want to, just as you get up towards the top layers. So I'm just going to continue this until I get it all filled in. Okay, now I really didn't go much further. I just added a little bit more. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do is let's add this color here. This is light aqua. Now we're going to start adding a little bit of color, and again, make sure your pencil's sharp, and we're going to just bring the colors, the color in, and this is your next layer. Okay. Okay, I am going to switch my music. It's getting a little bit dull and dreary for me, so I'll do that in a minute. But I want to go like this. Okay, so now we got a little bit of this in here. And we're just going to keep working with it until we're happy with the texture and the color and all that. Okay, now let's now we're going to add another color, and we're going to go for this one. This is cerulean blue, and I think it's sharp enough. Now we're going to just start bringing this color in here. Same exact technique, just you're going further back into where the shading is. See how I'm more closer to the line here? We're not going to do the whole area. We're just like up in here, just put a couple, like little sporadic of that color. And then just, because you want the shading to be down in this area here. This is where we want it to be a little darker. I once colored a whole picture just doing this technique. Forever. But it came out really cool. There's people that do these just dot paintings just like this. So I'm just going to go through and just keep adding it, only I'm making it a little bit darker here, you know, towards the side. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this part in. Okay, so now we're going to add in cobalt turquoise. And this is a really pretty color when it's mixed in with this. But now we're going to start really getting the pretty little chest, the breast of the peacock. I love peacocks. I actually wanted to get one, but I know it's probably just way too much work. But they're so pretty. I really seriously was almost going to get a peacock, for real. Not even kidding. I'm just that way. Alright, so this comes up here. Now we got nice. So now we got some color. Maybe put a little bit in here if you want. Okay, just, you see what we're doing? See how it looks now when you kind of look at it in a normal way? We're just giving it a little texture so it's not quite so boring. Okay, now we're going to take, we're going to do this color here. Let me fix my little music. Hold on, it was on a commercial. All right, so now what we're going to do now is let's add a little bit of this. This is chartreuse. So let's put some chartreuse in here now. Okay, and because we want to give it some color. And I'm just kind of sporadically throwing it in here like this. See how I'm just sort of lightly, I'm just trying to give it the feeling of the really pretty chartreusey peacocky color, right? See, it's very light. I'm just putting it very lightly. Okay, and I think I'm going to do the head. I think I'll do the head and maybe a little bit of this brighter, this non-photo blue. I'm just going to lightly put in some non-photo blue in here, and then maybe carry it down into the neck area, like so. Okay, and then now I'm coming along the sides, kind of shading it a little bit here, and now I'm going to go a little wider. See how I'm kind of adding that shading in here? The non-photo blue. Okay, I'm just coming in here like this, right? We're starting to get the little shade of the little guy in here. Alright, add some color in here. Alright. Maybe a little, maybe just a little in here. Okay. There we go. Now see how pretty that's starting to look there? And I think I want it maybe a little bit greener up in here. If you want, you can add some yellow in there. If you really want it brighter. I'm not going to end this, but you got the idea, right? Alright. Now I'm going to add in some of this China blue. And I want to do the China blue where I'm going to get the shading in here. See? Get that China blue going. And I'm just shading it in. Around the flowers. And then just bring it out, feather it out so that it's, you know, you don't want it stark, you just want a nice, that's why I'm kind of going in little circles. You want to have a nice graduated shading. So see? Okay, see, look at how pretty that's coming out, huh? I love these pencils, they're the best. Alright, now I'm gonna a little bit darker maybe in here, lighter. You can always go darker, you know what I mean? So I'm just lightly, because I'm just kind of looking to see where I really want my shading to go, you know. Maybe some more in here, and then maybe we'll put some behind here in the leg a little bit. The little drumstick. Put some cherry juice on there. I heard that's really good. They're too pretty for me to eat, but on 6 Days, 7 Nights, Anne Heche ate Peacock with the cherry juice with that guy, Harrison Ford. I don't know if you saw that movie, 6 Days, 7 Nights. It's so good. Alright. Let's see how pretty. It's really a beautiful little peacock, isn't it, so far? Look at that. Gorgeous. Now, let's take, this is your Indian Throne Blue, and I'm going to sharpen it. And we're going to create some drama here. And we're going to push kind of hard and get that real nice rich blue in here, and don't come out too far, but you want that blue right in here, because that's really going to create a nice dramatic effect. See that? That's coming out really pretty, isn't it? Yay. Wish you were here coloring with me. That'd be really fun. I feel like you are. Okay, so now, see how I'm just coming along here, taking my time, because I want to get that look, you know, like it's dramatically shaded, but not too much, because then you lose that impact, you know, of the dark. I'm shading it. Come around here maybe. Let's maybe put a little bit down here, darker, you know. And then maybe outline that. Come back in here a little bit. Give a little shade. And there we go. Yeah, you can mess around with this as long as you want to get the right look that you want. Okay, I mean, you can really spend hours doing this and putting layers and layers. You can add some more green back in there, but you know, for the purpose of this video, I just want to give you the idea. You see, that didn't take long at all, and look at how gorgeous she looks. Now let's up in here, let's maybe take a little bit of this Indian Throne blue and just lightly, there you go, go around, maybe down in here, maybe just a little bit down in there. Yeah, just a little bit, not a big deal, right? There we go. Now I think what we should do is, let's take our, I don't know, maybe some non-photo blue. I'm going to turn this way, and I'm going to go right along here. And I don't care if it's in, I'm going in here, but I don't care if it goes outside of the line, because I want the color. See? And even go a little bit outside the line, like this, see? There, see that? It goes a little bit outside the line. And then do the same thing all the way down here. Let me do that for the sake of this video. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm just going to outline just that. Okay, I just outlined that, so that was it. You didn't miss nothing. Alright, now I'm going to take, let's try this color. Now you could do any one of the colors that we've been using so far. So right now I'm going to maybe take, let's do the green, huh? Why not? So let's just take the green now and give it a little aura. Actually, that looks pretty. See, even though I went over the line a little thicker than I wanted to, it's okay. Look at how pretty. See, even it just looks pretty. It has that really pretty little glow. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay, and then same thing here. Looks fabulous. Okay, I mean, you can do whatever colors. You can even put a darker one in there. I'm just going to do it like that for now. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do is let's take this color here and let's give it some, I don't know, little wispies. Little wispies, huh? I'm just flicking it. See how I'm flicking it out? Just like little feathers. I mean, you don't have to do this part. I mean, I just thought it was going to be kind of cool to add that. Make it, I don't know, a little interesting, right? Well, a little whimsical, I guess. Just giving it a little bit of goodness. Sorry if my hand's in the way here, but maybe I could turn it this way. There you go. And then I can even add another color if I wanted to. I'm not going to though. I like the light look of it. Sorry, I have got to keep moving this papers. Sorry about that. All right, so there. That looks really, really kind of cool, doesn't it? And then, well, we'll do the legs later. I'm not sure what kind of color I want to do the legs, but so, and you could just play with it. I mean, you can really seriously do this for a long time. Oh, lots of layers. If you know, you can, like I say, you can add some yellow up in there and really do a lot of cool stuff. Add a little purple if you want. That's why this is so fun to do. This is a great picture. Okay, now I think what we're gonna do is let's move ahead and do, how about this little wing area? We'll do that next. Okay, so now let's start here. So here's the colors we're going to use for that. Okay, so let's start with this light pink. Now I'm gonna keep this wispy feel that this whimsical bird has, and teach you another little technique here. Instead of just coloring it in, I'm going to do something pretty cool here. So let's take this Deco Pink. Okay, this is Deco Pink, and we are going to start here and just flick down, and don't do the tops. Just leave it like that. Just flick it in, just like I'm doing. See this? Kind of like we were doing those lines before. That's what I'm saying. Any beginner can do this. These are just lines. It looks like it's really hard when it's done because it's gonna be so amazing, but that's all it is, just little lines. Okay, now we're gonna take this color here, which is just your regular pink. And we are going to do the same thing. Just kind of come down here. Okay. And we're just going to flick it in. Okay. Get some wispies going. All right. Then we're going to grab this one. This is lavender. And let's take some lavender. Now, as we're going to be putting in these darker colors, don't go all the way as high. I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe on a couple of them, like I just did there, you could do it, but you want to start bringing it down, the colors lower down. Okay, now this one here is lilac, pretty lilac, and I'm going to start bringing that lilac down a little bit. Rounding off the edges a little bit just to... Okay, now let's use Parma Violet. Starting to come pretty, right? Okay, now let's do the violet. I'm just, see how I'm flicking him a little bit, just, okay. Now let's take this next one, which is Diox Purple, and kind of go around this edge first so we get a nice clean edge, and then pushing pretty hard, you know, just you want to get the darkness in here. Now, depending on how you do this, they come out different ways. I'm looking for something here. Let's see. So, like, when I was practicing it, I practiced it on this way here. So you see how it comes out differently depending on how heavy you put your colors. And by the way, this is the color chart that we've been working on. So when you download this, you're going to get these colors like this too. So I keep track of everything. So like if you're doing it and you decide you're adding different color, just make sure that you put the color that you used in here. So when you want to go back for reference, you have that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're going to add some of this. How about this color? Let's take some of this and let's try to make it a little bit more dramatic now. So this is the cobalt turquoise, and I'm just going to do the edge, start from the bottom and just do the same thing, just on we're going to do in the tips. Alright. Do the same thing. Makes it look really dramatic, right? Beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay. There we go. Sorry about moving this around, probably makes you crazy. Sorry about that. Alright, now let's take some of this chartreuse, and let's throw some chartreuse in here. Look at that, huh? Really starting to be pretty now, huh? This is going to look so good on your wall. People are going to say, did you do that? Yep. I say, Lisa taught me how. Actually, keep me a secret. That's why my site's Lisa's Secret Garden on Etsy. It's a secret. Okay, so see that? Like I say, when I did this one came out a lot brighter. I actually like the way that this one came out better. So I just wanted to show you that there are different ways to do that. This one just happened to come out a little bit darker. But the colors are still the same. The colors I used are exactly the same colors. It's just the way that they laid down on top of each other. That's how that worked out. But anyways, it's still pretty, but you got the idea. Okay, so now what I think we'll do here is we're going to let's carry this color here. This is the light aqua, and let's carry that light aqua and maybe throw a little bit of light aqua in here too, huh? Put some light aqua in here. Okay, and then we'll carry that around here, and then let's see. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep doing that. So let's color this in. Light, light, nice and light. Nice and light. Nice and light. Okay, now we want to bring in some shader, so let's push a little heavier. Add another little bit more layers in here. Feather it in, and then feather it down here. Oh, let me fix my commercial. Alright, so now we're going to go like this. Right, and then I just kind of want, see how I'm just nicely shading the bottom a little. Alright. And blend it into the top a little, and then maybe if you want a little darker, why not, right? A little darker in here. You just play around with it till you're happy with how your picture looks. Okay, then let's see. Let's do this, I guess. Let's carry this same color in here. So let's put this light aqua in here. Okay. Now I need to shade that, so let's shade that with this the cobalt turquoise, and let's just do the sides here, and just bring it up, and then lightly go nice and light just to carry the color, and then do the same on this side. There we go. There we go. You can do that whatever color, any of these colors, but I just thought that was kind of cool. Maybe I'll put a little down here. Why not, huh? Just a little bit of this down here. Nice and light. I'll feather that in. Okay. Just like that. And put it in here. Put it in here. So pretty. I love this color. This color makes me happy. Alright, maybe bring that down a little bit. Okay. There we go. It's looking groovy. Mighty groovy. Okay, what should we work on now? Let's see, maybe, I don't know here. Let me give it some thought a minute. Okay, so I'm thinking we're gonna, let's use some pink. So let's take, this is the Deco Pink. Deco Pink. And let's just, I'm just putting in a nice light base of pink in here. I'll get the pink going. Okay, and then I might as well do it up in here too, huh? Put in some pink in here. Pink, 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 pink. Okay, think pink. All right, so now let's do this pink now. This is regular pink. This was Deco Pink, and then this is the darker one. And then let's see here. Let's come around here. I didn't practice this anymore. I'm just kind of doing it, so hope it comes out good. Okay, so now I'm just putting in this pink here. Just shading it in so that it's blended nicely, you know. Feather it lightly. Just use a light touch to blend it into the pink, and then do a little bit. And you don't even have to push hard. You could just push more layers. And then it gives it a nice graduated feel. Nice blended, I guess is the word. Notice I haven't even used my blending tool. Not even one time. Alright, so now go around here. Okay. And just blending away. So relaxing. So fun. Coloring is just awesome. It's the best, isn't it? The way the pencil feels and the color, so pretty. Got some good music going. This music's a little too peaceful sometimes. I like other stuff, but okay. So now I'm just keeping it more darker, I guess. It's the way it's working out. I didn't really plan it, but I'm just. I think I might use my white on here to blend it. Okay. Just like this. Okay, now let's see. I think if I use this, it might be a little bit too. Let's try this purple. This is lilac. I'm going to try this lilac here for a little accent color to shade. Yeah, that's better. I like this color. I thought that magenta might have been a little bit too much. You know, I don't know what colors you guys are going to pick if you're going to do this color or whatever. These are just ideas on how to do this. I can't wait to see your guys' pictures because they're probably going to come out so cool. Everyone's going to have different colors. My Facebook is Extreme Coloring, and I get it's brand new, so we got to get some people in there so I could start you know, I want to post you guys' pictures. I maybe have some contests and some giveaways and all kinds of fun stuff. But I could do Facebook Live there. Like, you know, we can have like a coloring party, and I'll just color live with you, which will be really fun. And then there's like a chat box, so you guys could talk to me, and I think that'll be really fun. But just gotta get it going. That would be so fun, you know. At night we could just all color together and stuff. Or in the day, for those of you that don't work. This is all I do, so I can have day sessions and I can have night sessions. So see, I'm just taking my time here and I'm just blending. Maybe I'll do these sides, all this, maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll do the bottoms and then the sides, I guess. Yeah, why not? I'll come up here on the sides. Come up here on the sides. Oh, that looks cute. Alright, I think I gotta put some in here. This area is lacking a little bit. Just put that in. Hope you're not getting bored. I never get bored. I could just do that. Well, I do this all day, but okay, so there you go. So see, so I left it a little light in the middle, and I think, I mean, I could take another little purple here, and then, you know, you can just play around, and depending on how crazy you want to get with it. But like I say, for the purposes of this video, I don't really want to take too much time. But I mean, you know, you got the idea, and that's my goal, is just to teach you so you could create your own beautiful artwork. Okay, so you got it. You got the idea. I think I taught you pretty good about that. Let's blend this in with some white. This is just your white pencil, and I'm gonna blend it. Start from down here, and then I'm gonna kind of come up a little, and then when I get up in here, I'm gonna just blend it in and around, and then around, and come around here. See, like it makes it nice and soft, doesn't it? Okay. All right. So there we go. There we have that. In here, I don't know what I'll put in there. Let's see if this is the body. Maybe I'll do it. I'm not sure yet, but let's do this. I'm going to do this color in the same way I did this, but you don't need to watch that. But I'm going to do it though, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's try this area in here now. So this is a lilac, and I'm going to put some lilac in here. Okay. And then this is, let's see, what is this? This is violet. Let's see how this one comes out. Let's, yeah, I'm gonna just shade that down. So I'm just lightly going over here, nice and light. I started in darker down in here, see? And then lightly, slowly started bringing it down like that. Okay, and there you go. I think I'm going to add a little, let's try this. This is a non-photo blue. Let's add a little non-photo blue onto the top of this and see how that comes out. Yeah, it gives it a little color, I guess. Alright, well, you can play around with that area, do however you want. Alright, so there we go. That looks kind of groovy. Now, let's do the same here then. I'm just going to go and fill this all in same way. Lilac. This is the lilac that I'm using right now. I'm just going to go in here. Okay, and then maybe down in here. Now with this one, when you get the color chart for this one, let me sharpen my pencil. I'm not gonna put every little one of these areas. You know, I mean, I'll put the color combinations for this down here so that you have them. But there's so many different ways and all that we could do all this intricateness. But I will do some really cool colors, like maybe over in here, and I'll add those into the color chart for you. We haven't gotten that far yet, so I don't really... Okay, so just bringing the color in here. Alright. And let's see, where else? How about in here? Okay, and maybe over here too. Like I say, there's so many ways we could do this. But this is just how it's coming along for me, I guess. Not pre-planned, just, I mean, you know, I don't know what maybe I might make this a little bit darker with this. Maybe I will. Let's try it. And that's how it goes when you're coloring, you know. You just kind of never know what you're gonna do. It just sort of evolves, you know. I mean, you could practice it on little pieces of paper and get an idea of what you want to do, but until you're actually doing it, you don't really know how everything comes out different every single time. Yeah, I like that. It needed a little bit of punch. You know me, I gotta have that. I just like that little bit extra, you know. And that really, I mean, that was better. It was kind of looking a little plain before, so I'm just adding a little more here. I'm just going to keep the video playing. You fast forward. I'm just messing around here now, but I'm going to blend this in with my blender. Just fast forward it if you get bored. Alright. Okay. Don't want to get too dark, but I'm gonna just kind of go around here, I guess. Why not, right? Okay. Don't want to get too carried away. Okay, so now let's add some of this. This is that violet. Again, same thing. I'm just going to start shading all these little areas in here. Bring the color in. Just blend. Now I just start going lighter and lighter as you go up with the lighter touch so that it feathers it in. See? And you can just keep going over it. And then if you go up high, you just play around till you get it blended. I blend with my pencil, if you notice. I don't really use the regular blender a lot. I just let my hands do the work. That's probably why I got arthritis. Alright, so anyway, that goes up in here. Alright, that looks pretty. Alright, let's go here. I'm going to do the same thing. Darker in here, and then I'm just flicking it up to get it there. Alright, let's see. Do I want to do the dark coming here? Yeah, let's do the dark this way. I mean, you could go either way, really. You could bring that down, but I'm going to have the light here, so I guess I'm just, since the dark started down here. Oh, I forgot these little areas. There's a lot of intricacies to this picture. Okay. Alright, now. There. Marvelous. Okay. So now it's just a matter of just playing around. I'm just putting in the colors. I don't know here. Okay. Maybe I'll do the tip in that, huh? What do you think? Get that tip in there. That looks good. Groovy. Just groovy. Let's put a little in here. So you can just go crazy, you know? You just can have so much fun with this. Just have a ball. That's what it's all about. About having fun, and I'm having fun. Right now it's a Friday night. My kids are asleep. Life is good. I'm getting a little break. I'm having my mama time. All right. There we go. See, just take some time and kind of comes along. It's coming along. I don't know what I want to do in here. What color? Maybe this that green there. I don't know. Let me think about it. I don't want to think about it while I have you on the film. Let me give that some thought. Okay, I'm thinking. Can you smell it? Can you smell the wood burning? I am thinking. All right, I am thinking about this. Let's try it. I'm just gonna go for it. I don't know. Let's just see. This is the chartreuse. There's a lot of green going on, but it is, after all, a peacock. Right? They're known for being green and blue. So we definitely got a green and blue peacock going. I guess I gotta bring this color all the way around now. So there we go. And then fill it in here. Alright, so let's shade it now with, how about the cerulean blue? Let's see, I'm going to outline this first, because I already know I want to keep the edges clean on here. Don't know what color I'm going to make that yet though. Alright, now I'm going to start shading here. I'll just keep going here. I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet. I'm just gonna see what happens. Huh. Your guess is as good as my guess, because I don't know, but it looks pretty cool. See, most people, they speed up their videos by now, but I figured, you know, everybody does that. I'm just going to be different. If you don't, you know, get bored, you could just fast forward it, right? My camera's on, I might as well just let it go instead of fast forwarding it. Right? So this is turning out to where it's going to have a little bit of a texture. I'm just lightly. It almost looks like it's got a little texture, doesn't it? Like a little feathers. Just worked out that way. See, if you come in real close here. See, I don't know if you could see it or not. Maybe. Let's see. See how it's wound up getting like a little bit of a texture to it. So that was unintentional, but actually it was pretty cool. And I realized we would need some more orange, don't we? So let me pull this back out here a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we need some more orange, don't we? Let's see. Well, let me finish this. So I'm going to finish shading this area here, and I don't need that camera on for that, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now let's see where we're at here. Let's widen out. So here is what we got so far. Looking pretty groovy, huh? Okay, so now I'm thinking we need to bring in some oranges here is what I'm thinking. So, by the way, when you get your thing here, I've been keeping track of these colors. So when you see these colors, you got to remember where we are putting this. I'm not going to do it for like every little thing, but just kind of the big things. Like I'll do the bird and maybe some other ones over here, you know, because there's so many different ways we can do this. But if I think of a cool way to do this or whatever, I'll add that. But let's just see how this progresses. Okay, but for now, let's try to see if we can get some oranges in here. So I'm going to use some salmon pink, and I'm going to base the salmon pink in here. Okay. Okay. All right. Now we got that in there. Now let's put in some, this is orange. So let's see here. Let's start down in here. And let's put in some orange. Okay, I'm going to graduate that color up. Pick that color up and bring it up into the peach, salmon pink, and then let's make it a little bit more rich, right? Okay. There. Okay, that see, this, by the way, orange is complementary to the green, so that's why it looks so good together. I kind of wish this came out lighter, like the way I did this one. So if you can remember that, try to see if you can get this look here. You could come back and pause this video, because there's so many ways that you could do this, but I think this is a little bit dark. I can actually use my eraser and erase that and then try to get that look, but I think you kind of got the idea. So alright, so now I'm going to continue over here. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked, didn't I? Sorry about that. Okay, now I'm gonna come around here. And we're going to have to tone this color down maybe just a little bit, make it look a little bit more richer, not so cheesy. I get it. Oh, it's orange. Oh, that just worked out that way. Not so cheesy. Get it? Ha ha ha. I meant not so cheap looking. Get it? That was funny. Subliminal. I was thinking about cheesy. Kind of looks like Cheetos. Okay, now let's take henna. This is henna. And we're going to put some henna in here just to richen it up a little bit. See how that really gives it a nice little richness to that orange. This color together is really, it's in if you paint like with regular paints, it's actually a burnt sienna. So if you need to make a burnt sienna, you could do it with the orange and the henna. It's a good color for hair, because you wouldn't think to put orange in hair, would you? But the color comes out really, really pretty. It's good for horses and stuff too. A lot of people wouldn't think to combine these colors for certain things, but that's why you're watching the videos, right? To learn to be a better artist. Took me years to figure this out. 50 some odd years. And now I get to teach you. How cool is that? Alright, see how that added a nice little richness to it? You can get in a little bit here. See that? So, just taking my time, going around. Oops, a little dark there, but that's okay. Alright. Okay, I'm going to have to stop the video here because I think it's getting too long, and we're going to go to part 3, okay? So, let me just finish this little bit here. Alright, so let's go to part 3 now. Alright, there we go. We got the idea here. So let's go out so you can see what we've got going here so far. And she's coming along really pretty. We got to give her a name, don't we? Okay, so there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Please like my video and comment. Any comments are good and appreciated. So thank you so much for staying with me and tuning in. And I'll see you in the next video, part 3. Bye.